You're watching Cover to Cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read. This week we're introducing The Queens of Punjab, a book edited by Dr. Mrs. M.K. Gill, published by Vijay Publications in 1998. The copy that we're looking at is hardbound. This book is not necessarily that easy to get a hold of. However, it contains some wonderful information about some of the female patriarchs of the Punjab Kingdom. Let's take a closer look. The editor of this book, Dr. Mander Gill, was enrolled as the principal of the Mata Sundari College for Women in Delhi. So it comes as no surprise that, being the head of a college for women, she would have a vested interest and desire to put out a publication talking about some of the strong-minded, strong-willed female role models from within Sikh history. And she alludes to this much in the acknowledgements. This book is actually a collation of a number of different papers, authored by a range of different people, some of which were originally in Punjabi and were translated into English specifically for this publication. Ordinarily, when we look at a book bringing together a number of different articles, they are usually academic in nature, and the same is true for this book to a certain extent. Some of the articles don't contain footnotes or references or even any further reading. However, some of the articles presented here as chapters do contain footnotes and further reading lists, as well as some terms being defined at the end of the article. However, that doesn't mean that the articles without those references and footnotes are any less interesting. This is a quite evocative and powerful piece of work highlighting some of the different females who were involved in the Sikh kingdom in the 19th century and the latter 18th century. So, delving inside the book, we can see that there is a brief introduction by the editor explaining why she felt the need to bring this book into publication. And then there are 10 chapters covering 9 different monarchs who existed in the 19th century. There are 2 separate pieces of work looking at Rani Sada Kaur, and then the other females being covered here are Rani Mehtab Kaur, Rani Chand Kaur, Rani Jinda, Shehzadi Bamba, Rani Sahib Kaur, Rani Kaushalya, Rani Ichra, and Rani Sundara. What is quite interesting in this book is that there are significant passages of Punjabi idioms, poems, odes written in Romanized text for the reader to bring context to what the particular author is trying to say about that individual Queen of Punjab. It gives this book some extra gravitas, which I think it probably needed because it wasn't from the academic perspective as other works of this type are. However, that all being said, it is a fascinating read and introduces you to women who otherwise get left behind when it comes to Sikh history. Whilst there's a lot that's written about individual females from the Guru period, the post-Guru period females tend to get forgotten, with the exception maybe of Rani Jinda. Somewhat irritatingly, there is no index or bibliography or glossary at the end or anything bringing all of the articles together, suffice for the introduction at the beginning. But this is still a book that you should want to pick up if you are interested in looking at females from within the Sikh way of life, particularly around that time period of the 19th century when the Sikh kingdom was still in reign. But we want to know what you think, so please leave us a comment below and telling us what you think about The Queens of Punjab, edited by Dr. M.K. Gill. And make sure you subscribe to the Naujawani YouTube channel for more Cover to Cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read.